If I put $500 a month into one retirement account and you put $500 into another, and we both retire in 30 years with the exact same investment returns, one of us walks away with more spendable money. That difference has nothing to do with stock market performance. It is determined by the specific tax treatment you apply to those dollars, a choice that dictates exactly when the government takes its cut. This is the core trade-off. Pay taxes up front on the initial seed of money you contribute, or wait and pay taxes decades later on the compounded harvest. The sliced bar is the traditional account, while the untouched growth represents the Roth. Essentially, you are wagering on your own future. You are betting on whether your tax rate is higher today, or if it will be higher decades from now when you stop working. Because the government sets the brackets, the mechanics of this bet shift as tax policy evolves. For 2026, the IRS adjusted several key variables. They increased the annual contribution limits and changed the rules for older workers trying to reach their retirement goals. They also updated the income cutoffs that dictate who can contribute directly to a Roth IRA, narrowing the path for some households. Additionally, a specific provision from the Secure 2.0 Act is now in effect, requiring certain high earners to use Roth accounts for their catch-up contributions. Because these 2026 updates change how much you can contribute and who is eligible for specific tax breaks, using an outdated strategy can lead to higher tax bills or missed opportunities for tax-free growth. To make sense of the options, organize them into two families: 401ks through an employer and individual IRAs. Then choose traditional or Roth. Traditional is pre-tax, lowering your taxable income today, but withdrawals are taxed. Roth uses after-tax dollars today, so withdrawals are completely tax-free. Your choice is between the certainty of a tax reduction today or the advantage of tax-free income tomorrow. For the traditional 401k, the 2026 contribution limit has increased to $24,500. If you are 50 or older, you can add an $8,000 catch-up contribution. For those specifically between ages 60 and 63, that catch-up limit increases to $11,250. High earners prefer this account to reduce their current tax bill, lowering tax liability at their highest marginal bracket. However, the Secure 2.0 Act changed the requirements for workers 50 and older, who rely on those catch-up contributions to lower their taxable income. If you earned more than $150,000 last year, the IRS now requires your catch-up contributions to go into a Roth 401k instead of traditional. This means high earners lose the ability to deduct those specific late career contributions, forcing a tax payment during their highest earning years. The Roth IRA is PIFREN because it isn't tied to your employer. It's an individual account that provides a separate bucket of permanently tax-free money. But because the tax benefits are so high, the IRS restricts who can contribute based on how much they earn. For 2026, the phase-out for single filers starts at $153,000. For married couples filing jointly, that threshold begins at $242,000. At the $168,000 cap for singles, or $252,000 for married couples, direct Roth IRA contributions are banned. To bypass this, high earners use a backdoor Roth strategy, putting money into a traditional IRA, then immediately converting it to a Roth. This is legal, but it can be complicated. If you already have other pre-tax IRA funds, the conversion can trigger the pro rata rule, creating an unexpected tax bill. While the Roth IRA offers great flexibility, reaching that complete tax freedom requires carefully navigating specific income and eligibility rules. Choosing the right retirement account means matching all of these rules to your age and your expected career path. First step, if your employer offers a 401k match, contribute enough to get the full amount. That is a guaranteed return. From there, consider your income. If you are early career or expect your salary to increase significantly later, lean toward Roth accounts. By paying taxes now while your bracket is lower, you lock in decades of growth that you will never have to pay taxes on again. Just keep in mind the 5-year rule. A Roth account must be open for at least 5 years before you can withdraw the earnings penalty-free. For younger workers, paying a bit more in taxes today is often the most efficient way to build long-term wealth. If you are currently in your peak earning years and sitting in your highest possible tax bracket, your priority shifts. You lean traditional. Use the traditional 401k to aggressively lower your current tax bill, betting on a lower bracket in retirement. If you're in this high income group and over 50, Check your FICO wages. Above $150,000, you must account for mandatory Roth catch-up contributions. Beyond choosing just one account, many people benefit from tax diversification. By splitting your contributions between traditional and Roth accounts, you create two different pools of money to draw from in retirement. This strategy allows you to pull from your traditional account for basic expenses and use your tax-free Roth money for everything else. There is no single best account, but having both gives you the most control over your retirement lifestyle.